It's an update for you on Donald Trump's shooter. Local police found a remote detonator and a cell phone beside the body of 20-year-old Thomas Crooks, who was shot during the assassination attempt on the former president, Donald Trump, at the Butler, PA campaign rally Saturday. Local news station WPXI published the picture of the scene, reporting that these items were discovered moments after Crooks' death. Cell phone is reportedly the same one used by Crooks before he climbed the rooftop of the American Glass Research Building and opened fire at Trump.
With millions watching and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable, we just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member so we can continue to bring this content to you. Now back to the show.
Crooks was shot by a Secret Service agent after firing multiple shots toward Trump Saturday at the rally in Pennsylvania. Trump survived, but one attendee was killed. 2 others were injured. Sources telling WPIX there were no local law enforcement officers in the same building, contradicting statements made by Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle. Daily Beast with some of the details, unpacking them for us. Let's give you more. Local officer acting as a sniper at Saturday's rally spotted Crooks and took a picture of him moments before he fired on the former president and his audience. A law enforcement source with direct knowledge told CBS News on Tuesday. I mean, these are stunning images when you think about this in real time. Sniper was a member of a 3-man counter sniper team stationed inside the building where an unchallenged Crooks clambered onto the roof and set up to shoot at Trump. From his position inside the building, scanning the crowd, one of the snipers witnessed Crooks outside looking up at the roof before he disappeared. CBS's source said Crooks then reappeared, sat down, took out his phone. At that point, CBS reported one of the snipers took the picture of Crooks, who then looked through a rangefinder, a tool similar to a pair of binoculars that is used to measure distances when setting up long-range shots. The sniper tried to radio to the command posts and send the photo he'd taken up the chain of command. It is unclear if the command received the sniper's calls, and Crooks scaled to the roof soon after. So this is even more alarming by the second. It is more alarming by the second. Each detail as he's just being allowed to go up there. I say allowed. I mean, they're gathering footage of him, pictures.
Too much.
They know what he's doing step by step. He's about to try to kill the former president. On Monday, it was reported several local law enforcement sources who spoke with WXPI in Pittsburgh claimed that a member of Beaver County's emergency services unit spotted a man on a nearby roof. That was at 5:45 p.m. on Saturday, even taking the photo of Crooks before alerting other nearby officers. But when someone was finally dispatched to locate Crooks, they reportedly could not find him. 26 minutes later, Crooks fired 8 shots, killing one rally attendee and injuring Mr. Trump. He also wounded 2 more attendees who were identified on Monday as David Dutch and James Copenhaver. Crooks had also been noted by another officer earlier in the day and flagged as a suspicious person, the sources told WXPI. Let's pause there. How many photos do you need? How many descriptions, reports, other witnesses saying, there's something going on with this guy. I think he's headed to the roof. Before you intervene. Now one person's dead, and then you have the former president and others injured. I mean, what does it take? Now, in incredibly poor taste, remember when Trump launched these ugly golden shoes at SneakerCon in Philadelphia this February? And how some MAGA Republicans claimed it meant Trump was making inroads with the Black community. They did it for the culture. Well, Trump shoe collectors now have another product to consider. Here we go. Following the assassination attempt on his life, the GOP nominee is now selling a commemorative $299 white high-top sneaker that has Trump with his fist raised, blood across his face, and the words, "Fight, fight, fight," underneath. Are y'all really gonna buy these? I say, y'all, are you for real? Sneakerheads are going to buy this? I don't know. Did a story about it one time. But is this what we're doing?
Apparently so.
I'll let you weigh in before I get to the rest, Justin. Now, come on. First, I want you to talk about the design. If they'll put the photo back up of the new $300. Okay, $300 pair of sneakers. Do you like the design?
Hey, sneakerheads are definitely going to get those, especially the MAGA sneakerheads. And
I agree.
I absolutely do not believe, if you can see in that picture, it says there's only 5,000 pair. They're probably made to order. Like they're just, you're trying to create some exclusivity, but I'm sure that it's not the truth. But why not? This is the time that we live in, and Donald Trump, even though he's, headed towards victory in November, he owes a lot of money, and he needs a way to pay it back. And he's always kind of branded himself like this. So in terms of just the shoes, I think people will likely buy them. Did you want to comment more before I talk about Matthew Crooks?
Let me fill it out, and then I want you to go to town.
Let's do that.
I want you to go to town. The one part of the product description reads, listen to this. These limited edition high tops featuring Trump's iconic image with his fist raised honor his unwavering determination and bravery. Show your support, patriotic pride with these exclusive sneakers, capturing a defining moment in history. Bone spurs, bravery. He had bone spurs. Okay? I don't want to make light of it because this was a scary incident. Bone spurs. Let's stop this now. That's it. Sneakers are limited to 3 pairs each. Okay. So you're trying to, up the ante here and make it seem they'll sell out quickly. Only 3 pairs each.
That's why I said I don't believe that it's only 5,000.
This is it. Well, it says only 5,000 of them will be produced. Unworried about any criticism that he is profiting off political violence, each pair is numbered. 10 pairs will be randomly autographed by Trump himself. Again, Trump is selling a sneaker with an image of him bleeding on it because a registered Republican voter shot at him at the rally. You do remember who the culprit is, right? Just making sure. Here is the sales pitch on Trump's website for his assassination attempt edition shoes. Introducing the Fight high tops. On July 13, 2024, an assassination attempt was made on President Trump at a rally in Butler, PA. Despite the attack, Trump stood tall and resilient, leading the crowd with a powerful chant, "Fight, fight, fight." He also said, "Give me my shoe." The shoe came off. Why don't they put that on there? Where's my shoe? Don't you remember that? He said that too. I heard it.
Yeah, he did.
He said it. Pop-up banner on Trump's sneaker website reveals Trump is marketing these assassination attempt shoes to those at the RNC. Now, he's going to get them sales. You understand? He's going to get them sales. These new sneakers were announced on Monday, which means Trump started profiting off this act of political violence before making contact on Tuesday with Helen Comparator, the widow of the victim, killed during Saturday's attack. Midas Touch News with the details. Sell shoe first, profit off my assassination. And then I guess I'll talk to the widow, the kids left behind. But get the shoes up and running first. According to a report from the UK's Channel 4, Donald Trump's 2016 campaign collected data that identified the family of would-be assassin Crooks as likely MAGA supporters, and among those who were avid hunters and enjoyed gun-related lifestyle indicators. Ironic much? The report stated the information was compiled as part of a secretive project aiming to identify millions of gun owners in America who could be targeted with pro-gun rights messages in the lead up to the 2016 election campaign. Crooks's parents were on the list. Crooks used an AR-15 style semi-automatic rifle that his father legally purchased, authorities said, to shoot at Trump. Crooks reportedly had many rounds of ammunition as well. People don't kill people. Or is it guns don't kill people? Right? That's what they said.
Yeah, guns don't
Listen.
kill people. People kill people.
Right. Okay. So listen, I don't own one. I'm a bad shot. I've been to the range. I did it for a story. This is why I said, and I'm tired of this lie, Jackson. You have a former president and many, many, many of his circle, the ones who are pushing the policies that are so damaging to America. The former president was in some way complicit. He was an accomplice in his own shooting. I mean what I just said there. Pro guns, particularly these assassination type assault rifles, convicted of violence against women, talking about violence at every rally. Kick his butt, put him out of here. I'd like to, he said all that. And now you're profiting off of the gunfire that nipped your ear. They put a Band-Aid on it or a napkin. I don't know what that is. I'm not making light of it, actually. But a man is dead. 2 others in the hospital. At least they were at press time. Get out of here with this in your ugly shoes. And I get it. They're going to sell out, Jackson. What do you have to say?
Well, at the end of the day, I think that it's clear that the right wing in this country is never going to budge on gun control, no matter what. Especially elected officials who are getting funded by, organizations like the NRA and things like that. Because what you see over and over again is people like Thomas Crooks, 20-year-old, very young men who almost always clearly have no connections to the black market. They go and they purchase these weapons legally. And this guy just willy-nilly almost assassinated the president. Literally, if the bullet was an inch more to the right or the left, then he would have been gone. And if they wouldn't, when Thomas Crooks started shooting, he had kind of already been found out. So he was rushing. If he had a little bit more time, he may have accomplished what he set out to do. But even this isn't going to make Republicans budge on gun rights. I think that in a lot of ways, that's a lost cause in this country. Not that we should stop fighting, but I mean, if this doesn't do it, what's really going to do it? But also, to me, I think that this whole story just really highlights general human incompetency. It doesn't matter what level of society, what level of government you're looking at. Part of the human condition is sometimes we're lazy, sometimes we're incompetent. So rich people are not better than you. You know what I mean? Like oftentimes they're just in a better position. But this really was a ridiculous situation through and through. It shouldn't have happened. Thomas Crooks never should have had as much time as he did to do what he did. And overall, it was just a failure on the Secret Service. And lastly, I know you've been seeing people on Fox and stuff saying, see, this is what happens when you give women a management position. They talk about the DEI hires and stuff like that. See, we went wrong. The women's liberation, this is what it leads to. So just all around, it was a major failure on the Secret Service. This shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, it was. And only the best people. Now they're saying DEI and they're focusing on the women. I saw a bunch of tall white guys around Trump, and I'm not blaming them, but 130, 140 yards away, and you didn't think that a 20-year-old kid on the roof with a lot of gear. I mean, he had other stuff.
A detonator, right. He took his time. He took his time.
He had all the time in the world, okay? All the time in the world. And then there was more time because you took photographs of him. Okay, you made breaker come in. I see somebody. Then we saw the videos, Jackson, where people were saying, there's a guy up there. You might want to call the police. It was so casual. Mm-hmm. So yes, they absolutely have to be brought to bear. And DEI ain't got nothing to do with this. And a lack of manpower doesn't either. You had enough manpower to get up on that roof. You failed to do so. But this call to action and this call for violence, look at your life, 45. Look at your life. All right. It's not my job to preach to people. So what? I just did it. Okay. We're going to move on to the next story. You guys are smart. You'll make up your own mind. But this is ridiculous. Okay. You asked for this. You push this. And then it happens. Innocent people die. You demand your shoe that fell off when you hit the deck. Okay. And then you put up these ugly shoes, these high tops. Looks like a ripoff too. I hope one of the other sneaker companies sues. Copyright.